The Schindler's List film poster is very different in comparison to the Fault in Our Stars film poster. This is due to various reasons that are conveyed through the narrative of the films and the way that has been portrayed. The poster for this film has used one bold image instead of a range of photos that may or may have not been taken from the film itself. The suggestion with as to why this has been done is to create a strong yet simple message through what can be seen. It doesn't want to give too much away whilst using an image that speaks 1,000 words. However, in contrast to the Fault in Our Stars poster, it doesn't portray any characters and it doesn't convey any famous faces that tend to be used to gain a larger audience. This creates a resounding sense of the unknown yet desire to discover. Whether that's simply towards who they are or what the story is, it creates a query to their benefit. The title contributes towards the simplicity and clarity about the poster. This is through the plain font, which implies that the creator's intention was to exaggerate the image, as well as the fact that the size, positioning, and font applied all collaborate to heighten the meaning behind the title. The list itself is the most just summation of what Schindler did to save the Jews in his factory. It becomes a powerful symbol of Jewish survival in the face of a concentrated industrialized effort to wipe them out. So, the title focuses in on the two most important parts of the story, the terrific reality of the Holocaust itself, alongside the way two men found to keep alive what the Nazis tried so hard to destroy. The font causes the title to look as though it's telling the story. The meaning behind it emphasizes the severity of each letter, and the font suits that. Both hands presented in the picture convey definition to the extremity that the film portrays, which implies that they have been used to highlight the most significant aspect about the story. This can then semi-highlight and bring the rest of the story together. The audience can interpret that the hands holding each other represent unity and compassion, which in itself is the underlying tone throughout the story. This shows that the image has most likely been used to capture the essence of gravity in historical reality. As you can see, the image has been put behind a vague representation symbolizing the names of those who have died, along with the amount of deaths also. This adds significance to the narrative and the way that the audience are interpreting the poster, whilst creating a unique and original feel about the poster and therefore the film. The overlapping of the two images and the images that have been chosen to be overlapped give both real perspective towards the relationship between the people and their hands and the setting. We haven't both watched this film, however, we have made the predictions and assumptions regarding what the narrative is and the general historical era with as to when it is portraying. We took our immediate attention to the hands and the difference in age between the participants. Additionally, we noticed the red sleeve on the younger, smaller arm and linked it to the said era. This led us to presume that the only use of colour on the poster resembled blood and of those who were lost. As a result, we see the target audience to be from young teenagers upwards. This is due to the representations on the poster and how tragic the events were. It wasn't hard to presuppose the genre of the film, as the poster itself, without looking at anything but the colours used, gesture at a historical feel. In addition, the strength behind the hands holding each other accentuates drama along with the reality that is the narrative. The hands do, however, look as though they aren't holding on for dear life. This lack of drive and tenacity connotes how hard it was to stand in unity and to withhold any inkling of strength or positivity. The enigma about this film poster is that nothing is being conveyed apart from the title, literally telling the audience anything. There are no faces, no dates, no times or props, merely two hands holding each other and a script of those who were killed in the duration of the war. The key image is a completely separate image from the film, designed for the poster with enough meaning behind it to exemplify the narrative. On the one hand, there are so many components about the poster, completely disregarding that simplicity aspect about it. For example, the colours, title and picture all convey separate things that can all link together through their differences to create one bold, significant attribute towards the film. The colour is the most surprising in that the colours used in the general background convey several different important features about the film. The dingy dark browns, blacks and greys, they all collaborate to set the tone of the film through their different expressions and meaning. The portrait orientation of the poster enabled the subtle plainness about it. If there was too much free room either side of the title and image, it could wind up looking slightly unfinished and spacious. In addition, the placement of the factual and informative information regarding who created what or edited this or played that is put along the very bottom of the poster. For example, it lists the actors, the producers, the magicians, and so on. The certificate is displayed along with the rest of that information on the bottom left line. This is a subtle conveyance of it, but it still exclaims what it is. Also, the website that has been made to promote the film further and gradually build on the audience isn't presented on the poster, but this does still emphasise the importance of the promotional aspect to the production companies. Finally, we decided that the unique selling point within the poster has got to be the combined images, as they convey what the narrative is as well as exaggerating the intensity through the list and the colours in the images.